evening, everyone. Tonight I would like to start my speech by saying the different ways of using a screen. One way of using a screen is a TV by using it to watch your favorite TV shows, your favorite kinds of movies, or to even stream or play video games. Another way to use a screen is through your phone. You can use your phone to make phone calls. You can use your phone to FaceTime, scrolling through the web, or even scrolling through social media. Another way of using a screen is through your tablet or iPad. I use my iPad to make notes for school, but I also use it to play video games. Another screen that I would like to bring up is our computers. Currently I'm using my computer to record this video. I use it for school, as you can tell, and then I also use my computer for work. But my main goal to inform you guys is should kids have a limit on screen time. The reason I bring that up is because there's different kinds of pros and cons that I would like to bring up to you guys to know if you think that kids should have a screen time. At the end of this speech, I would like for you guys to think about if kids should have a screen time or not. I believe when I was younger that I should have had a screen time just because the things that I was looking at. I mean, we didn't have kids YouTube when I was younger, so I would go on YouTube and clicking through different things and watching things I was probably not supposed to. And also another thing is I would also use this app called Musical.ly, which is also known as TikTok now. But I would lip sync these songs that I didn't even know what they were saying. But now that I know what they're saying, it's kind of embarrassing, and it brings it up. But I also learned different things through the computer. I mean, I learned how to type through school, and I also learned how to look through a web or do some research. But it helped me because my grandma doesn't even know how to use a screen or any kind of computer, so I help her out. So I guess that's probably one of the pros for me, that it's good, that to learn these kind of things. But I would like to talk about what even is a screen time. What is screen time? And I looked it up, and I found this article called Screen Time in Children, and it is written by Medline.gov. It was published in 2023, and they explain screen time by saying, screen time is a term used for activities done in front of a screen, such as TV, working on a computer, or playing video games. So that is using a screen, right? And then screen time is a sedentary activity, meaning you are being physically inactive while sitting down. So yeah, you might be active using your hands and looking through your eyes, but you're not being really active. It's being inactive, okay? You use very little energy using a screen time, which also I got from MedlinePlus.gov. I also did some more research on that website, and they state that computers can help kids with their schoolwork. But surfing through the internet, spending too much time on Facebook or watching YouTube videos, it's considered an unhealthy screen time. I also was looking more into it, and they said most American children spend about 3 hours a day watching TV. Added all together types of screen, it could total up to 5 to 7 days, which I can see that because when I was younger, I would watch shows before school even started, so that was probably like an hour and a half, and then the screen at the presentation with me during school, I mean, we're using a screen for that as well. And then I come back home watching more TV, or even on my phone, or even on the laptop, so I mean, it kind of makes sense why that would happen. So now you may ask, what is too much screen time to kids? I also got from Medline that too much screen time can make it hard for your child to sleep at night. It can ask for risk attention problems, anxiety, and depression. Not only that, but it can also risk of gaining too much weight, which is obesity. So if you're like on your computer too much, you're not really being active, and you are gaining weight as a kid, you're just watching videos and looking at everything else. I also got from Medline.gov, the article, they are saying, sitting and watching a screen time is not that being physically active. Children eat more when they're watching TV, especially if they see ads for food. Most of the time, foods and ads are aimed for kids and high sugar, salts, and fats, which is pretty accurate. I mean, you don't really see ads of vegetables. You really see ads of like cereal brands like Frosted Flakes, right? You see more ads about that. I also got an article from Mahomany, and their article is called Modern Day Parenting, How Screen Time Affects Your Child's Mental Health, and this was published in 2022. And they say that children who spend too much time on their screens rarely have time for mental breaks. and they don't connect with their surroundings, and they have a peaceful and quiet. They don't have that time for peaceful, quiet minds. They spent, and I mean, it's kind of true. You never really have that time. You're always thinking about what you're watching and remembering what you're watching. So that's one way to do it. And also way is you're not really socializing with others. These kids, after a while, they're watching too much. It also states that kids tend to feel hopeless and unhappy and irritable at most times. I mean, I can get that way because I'll be watching a show and, I don't want people cutting me off or telling me to pause the show because I'm already too invested in the show. So it's kind of like, yeah, you don't really spend too much time with other people. You're really invested in what you're watching. Another thing that medical health associates say is also states that once the sun goes down, human circadian rhythms can melatonin productions begin. However, blue screen light prevents the production of melatonin, which can keep you up at night, which kind of makes sense because you're really looking through your screen and you're like not falling asleep because you're probably too invested into the show. But I mean, I guess sometimes you can fall asleep to a show. And additionally, they also say playing video games or watching TV can keep our bodies and brains awake, active, and less sleepy. So that's another way. Although, yes, there are negatives and there are definitely positives using a screen as well. So the positives that come with the screen, I got from children's.org. This was published in 2018. This states that physical tools, digital tools can promote school readiness and digital tools in children altogether. And they also say that family support for school readiness is found in traditional forms like book reading and newer technologies such as ebooks. Whether a story is print, digital, or parents can help children develop skills in school by engaging dialogue reading and children asking questions and stories relating to the content of children's life. So yes, I guess in a way that you are still learning in a way at school and learning in a different way. Also, technology can accelerate exciting topics for conversations, encouraging family members to spend time with one another through conversations such as family time. Parents can engage in crucial responsibility communications that are essential to children's health development. So yes, so if you're looking through online, yes, you can remember things that you saw online, and you can bring up to the facts of other kids watching things, and you want to bring it up as a conversation. So that is also a good way of doing things. So now that you guys have listened about what screen time is, although there is negatives and there's also positives, and I would like for you guys to consider if you think kids should have a screen time or not. But when I was younger, I definitely didn't have a screen time, but as an adult, I believe I should have one. Thank you.